Album covers are a really crucial part in music. They show you what you're really getting into when you listen to an album before you even listen to it. There are good albums with good cover art, good albums with bad cover art, bad albums with good cover art, and this is just a warning at this point. Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at some of the worst in terms of album covers. So, yeah, grab your bleach as we take this journey on looking at really bad album cover arts. Let's do this. Starting things off strong with Weezer's 8th studio album from 2010, Hurley. Now, for those of you who don't know, Hurley is one of Weezer's most pulverizing albums to ever exist. You can say that about most Weezer albums, but with this one, it just seems like they didn't really care as much. Like this album cover, for example. It looks like they were just scrounging around for something, anything. And then Rivers was like, you guys know what would be funny? Like, I know Raditude might be, like, way worse, but at least I know who to blame for making a bad album. But what the hell is this? This is just a picture of Jorge Garcia. Yes, the lesson here is that if you want to make a bad album, just put up a picture of an actor from Lost as your album cover art, and then you're good. Alright, we're gonna take a little trip back to 2002 with Trapped's self-titled album. I mean, the album cover is just some guy mowing his lawn, right? Wrong! If you were as deep and profound as Chris Taylor Brown, you would understand that the album cover art of the guy mowing his lawn is supposed to represent choices and how that is just going to impact an individual in life. Yeah, the choice to either mow the lawn or not really does have an effect on your life. Man, I should really mow my lawn. Oh my god! Just look at the amount of Creed's Human Clay CDs that I found at Entertain Mart. No one even wants to look at this cover art, let alone have it in their house, because yikes, this is ugly. Now, I shouldn't be too harsh because I am the one wearing the bandana, and every time I look in the mirror, I'd expect to, my reflection, but I always see human clay. Anyways, this is almost incredible how dated the CGI is. It almost aged as well as Boy in the Band saying that he was never taught what laws there were. Now, I consider these flat out goofy, but this is the point where we just go into the flat out terrible. Let's do this. Alright, we're gonna take a trip to 2000 so then I can ask, what the hell am I looking at? After a quick search on Google, it states that the album cover art for The Sickness is supposed to be a birth of a monster. Yeah, this sentence perfectly describes Disturbed making this album cover art for their debut album. Also, why would you make this the cover art for your debut album? You want to get people interested in the new heavy metal band instead of scaring them off, which, okay, that could be the point, but this is still terrifying, alright, man? Alright, I think I did the most research on the Faith Tones than any normal human being. I listened to not even a minute of their song, Jesus Use Me. And with all this knowledge, I can confirm that I hate this cover art for Jesus Use Me. Now this is the birth of a monster that Disturbed was talking about, because Jesus, I thought The Sickness was bad. Now this is just worse. The 60s must have been one hell of a time to allow these haircuts to exist. Like, Jesus, look at this.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Thank you. See, Jesus gets it. Look at this cover art for Evolution by Blood on the Dance Floor and say that this does not make you think that it was from a Disney Channel original movie. This is just so corny that it just turns my eyes into corn whenever I look at it. It looks like a scene kid went on Photoshop for the first time and made this fan-made cover art for BOTDF. And BOTDF was like, hey, that's perfect, we'll take it. But I will say, This album cover art represents blood on the dance floor perfectly. I hate this cover art. Holy hell! Literally, Dance of Death by Iron Maiden looks like one of those bowling alley TV screens whenever you get a strike. This CGI looks worse than Tin Toy from 1982, and this was made in 2003. I think that this album cover could have been alright if it wasn't for the Video Brancato CGI. Like, look at this. This is just one of those before and after pictures. What on earth happened here? At least Green Day was nice enough to give us a bad album with bad cover art, so then we know to stay far away from it. But my god, not only did they go overboard with the ugliness, but they just had to ruin the American Idiot album cover art. I like the American Idiot art. It's a symbol of rage and love, with the clenched fist, the grenade, and the heart. This is just the symbol of the death of punk rock. Wait, what am I even talking about? This isn't even rock. If this is supposed to be a rock album, 100% pure, uncut rock album, then Bad Girlfriend by Theory of a Dead Man must be a love song. Oh wait, what the hell? It is? What even is my life anymore? Yes, Creed is at it again with their bad cover art with their album Weathered. With Human Clay, at least I consider that goofy, but with this is just bad. Why were the band members photoshopped to look like this? This is just awful. Like, I get that the members of Creed are supposed to be carved out of this tree, but it still looks horrible. Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water. Limp Bizkit made a real album that they sold called Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water with this cover art. And to make things worse, there were over 1 million copies sold of Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water. White Pony by Deftones released only a couple months earlier from Chocolate Starfish, and it only sold 178,000 copies in its first week. So let me get this straight. Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water sold more than White Pony in its first week. Really let it sink in. I'm sorry for all the Limp Bizkit fans for not understanding how an album called Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water sold in the first place. With this cover art too. Maybe people just had to buy this so then they can make sure that Fred Durst was being for real when he said that Limp Bizkit's next album is going to be called Hot Dog Chocolate and the Water Flavored Starfish. Wait, so that was my top 10 of the worst cover art that I've ever seen. And before you ask, I don't see your cover art, well, here it is. You're welcome. I'm so done with this. Alright. Thank you for watching. Don't take what I say too seriously. Okay, bye.